Welcome to all inspiring chefs, cooks, and everything in between alike. This is Griever, your guys' host as always. This is my new bar, the place I'm now at, and this is Shokugeki no Soma. Yes, guys, I got a couple new volumes. Shokugeki no Soma, latest chapter review, chapter 275. Without further ado, let us get cooking, guys, because this chapter, I want to try this. I want to try this dish. Now, once again, before we get started, quick disclaimer, guys. This is a new channel. The reason for it, panel usage in my old channel, manga reviews. After 3 days, bam, 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 copyright strikes, channel's gone, new channel started, blah, blah, blah. Watch the first video on this channel. There's not too many uploaded yet, so it's easy to find on the video list if you want to hear more about how that came about, how that happened, and what I'm trying to do about it. Either way, no panels in these manga reviews as of now. So, anyways, this chapter. It was fun. It had a lot of elements in this chapter, though we all expected the outcome, and I don't like the pacing and the way this whole thing feels. I don't like it. I don't like the way this new arc is shaping up. And a lot of people are also complaining, from what I read on the forums, are complaining about the fact that, oh, well, you thought you knew the greatest level of flavor, now we have this whole new tier of flavor. And the complaint is that people like Sazanaman, Joshiro, Gin, Azami should already know what top tier flavor is and should not have been moved, especially people like Azami, should not have been moved by the flavors in the previous arc. If there's this whole new tier, they would know about it. That's the argument there. And I agree. I do agree with this. But we always know Dragon Ball Z syndrome happens to every shonen. This might be a cookie manga, but it's a shonen. And it's a shonen because of the fact that after you defeat Vegeta and Nappa, you gotta go fight the Ginyu Force. After you fight the Ginyu Force, you gotta fight Frieza. After Frieza's gone, anything else? Yeah, we got androids. And after androids, we got Cell. And after Cell, it just continues. Dragon Ball Z syndrome happens to a lot of shonen that are successful. Then you need to up the ante. It's gotta be higher stakes, bigger bad guys, more power levels, more explosions, It's just what happens. Take Fast and the Furious 1 versus Fast and the Furious 7, 8, what are we up to now? Fast and the Furious 9 being made. The ridiculousness gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and series kind of go beyond what they were originally intended. That's what's happened here, and I'm not a huge fan. However, taking it on its merits, because we knew this would happen. We could not have someone to just show up and not bring a whole new level of tier of flavor and dishes and stuff to the table. There'd be no plot. There'd be no antagonist. So, accepting that point, though you can have your problems with it, as I stated, and I do, but if we accept that point and just move on to how the chapter was, the chapter itself was not that bad. We had a lot of different emotions, a lot of different scenes, jam-packed into this quick chapter that really I enjoyed. There was a lot of symbolism, too. For example, at the beginning we see that he's made the same type of dish, this pork loin, katsu, something like that. And the sauce he's talking about with tarragon and green onion and such, that is a sauce that actually I am roughly aware of, mixed with Tabasco, salt and pepper and such. I am fully aware of this style of sauce because I've made it myself before, and actually my mother had taught it to me, and I've made it before. This is definitely a wonderful, wonderful sauce for anybody who doesn't like it too spicy, too sweet, too tart. Tart's a big thing. The tarragon is very strong and very potent, so you have to roll back the tarragon and make sure you use the right amount. Too much, you'll never save your sauce. It's wonderful with pork. It's especially wonderful if you have thinly sliced pork tenderloin crusted over panko crumbs, which is the way I've been doing it, the way my mother taught me. It's a wonderful way to do a dish. Just a quick little cooking tip for you guys. This sauce is very viable. Now, I don't know exactly how they made it. We add a few more ingredients and such. But the basic concept of this sauce, when I saw the tarragon, the Tabasco, the green onions and everything, I went, and it's a heavy cream sauce. Yeah. I mean, it's light, but it's still heavy. Remember, it's a cream sauce. It's a white sauce. It's not a red sauce. It's not going to be meaty, but it is going to be thick. It's going to be heavy. You can always reduce it, but generally speaking, I've found when you're dipping meat, you want it a little thicker. You want it to stick. You don't want it to be white wine over pasta style. You want this thing to hold weight. And it just brought back a lot of memories, guys. Just had to rant about that. It is a very good sauce. So when I saw that, I went, yeah, he's going to lose. Because this is the way to do pork. So, of course, we do find out that, yeah, he loses. He loses because this food flavor is phenomenal and such, and you can have your problems with that, but it is very, very good. Now, Geen shows up and goes, okay, we find out, we don't even see really someone's reaction at first. We just hear that he's eating it and stuff. Him and Megumi are eating it, and then Geen passes by and hears that the first seed has lost in a Shokugeki. So we're like, okay. So he rushes there, and we see, and this is what I'm talking about, symbolism, guys. We see Soma in a trash can, as in take away the trash, throwing away the trash. Your cooking is trash. There's a lot of ways you can read the whole him being head first in a trash can. You can read the symbolism into that. It wasn't just for comedy's effect. It had measure, it had point, it had weight and purpose. It showcased that to us. And I liked it. Especially when he had to pull himself out and it was just like this flavor, it's on a whole new level and all these things. And then we see that he picks up the knife, he's checking the knife and all that stuff, and he goes, well, you know what, never mind, don't worry about it, you keep it. Big insult there. Big insult. Because not only has he beaten him after betting something very important to a chef like Soma, taking the knife that his father gave him, he doesn't even want it anymore. Because he goes, he looks at it and goes, it's just an inferior replacement to my own. So now we have some of the crux. I believe that this person, Joshiro met, is someone, they talked about 10 years ago and such. I don't believe so. I believe that this was someone he took under his wing as a disciple before he met Soma's mother. And after he met Soma's mother and such, they still continued contact, but something parted them ways when Soma was still a child. And he no longer was his disciple and he went his own way. And that's when Joshiro started teaching Soma from the young age of 2, 3, 4. Okay, whenever Soma's mother died, I'm not 100% on that, but that's around, this all probably will all square up in a nice, neat little bow of a timeline, showcase exactly what happened. But clearly, this cyber person, Suzuki here, he got the knife first. Joshiro bequeathed him with a knife. And this was not 10 years ago. This was a time where this guy got a knife first from Joshiro. As he states, this is just an inferior replacement. Meaning that, and to my mind, that means that he received this knife first, and then Soma was granted the same style of knife from his father, but, that you don't treat it well, my blade sings sort of thing, that type of usual shonen stuff. See it a lot in a lot of samurai manga and stuff, like your sword is not restless, your sword does not speak with your soul, that kind of thing. Same thing deal here with the cooking knives. Now, he doesn't take it, he leaves it there. This is when Soma notices that it's like, who is this guy's teacher? This guy's teacher's got to be incredible. But then he does figure it out because he sees the knife in Suzuki's hand and realizes, Dad? So now I believe he's realized that this person may or may not be Saiba, the person that, he was asking his father about on the phone and all that stuff. Good. I'm glad Soma has figured this out quickly. Soma's not done this. I believe Soma suspected before this. Seeing this inner monologue kind of contradicts that, but I also believe that it was so quick that I think he was already slowly connecting. He was halfway there already with this guy. He just needed that little extra push with the knife to really convince him. Now, this is where Suzuki basically says, like, don't bother getting up, so I'm going to go take Arena, the princess, to the infirmary and such. So Arena has not seen any of this. Big deal here, I believe. Big deal. And goes towards her, and this is where someone says, wait, and he says, don't bother. You just tasted some of mine. And Suzuki admits, I can't show you a panel, guys. It's weird to do reviews without panels. But in the panel, he states something along the lines of, I just cooked you a dish to, like, my best of my ability. Basically, he did go all out. He did not hold back from what I understand. He might have went 95% in his all out and stuff. This might not be his top level. But he did say, I did go all out. So I did not hold back here. You won't be getting up for a while. And then grasp, and it just reminds me of Toriko in the fight with Starjun the first time with the Red Demon. Hey. And because Suzuki looks back and wide-eyed surprise, and what? Like, he shouldn't be able to stand right now. Someone just goes, wait, fight me one more time. And then falls to the floor, passes out. But he had enough, something that Suzuki did not expect. Someone was able to stand up after eating his food and still stand up, even for that one little exchange. That's huge. That's a big deal. Now, none of this goes anywhere. Someone is now passed out. He does take Arena. Suzuki does pick up Arena and take her to the infirmary, or towards the infirmary. Good morning, princess. She wakes up in his arms, bridal style stuff, looking like a prince in shining armor. The whole curly hair thing, which, by the way, girls are always telling me, like, it's always written like, with beautiful golden curly locks of hair and stuff. No. As far as I'm aware, I talk to a lot of people. Curly hair is not something that makes, like, wavy hair, sure. Good hair, like nice, clean, thick hair, awesome. Which I have none of these things, guys, as you can tell. But I've never heard a girl, like this whole curly hair thing is not something that girls necessarily find attractive. It's always been the straight hair thing for me. I don't understand where this whole curly golden locks thing is what women seem to swoon over. I mean, that's what they're trying to make this guy out to be. Tall, slender, pretty boy, handsome, Prince Charming looking guy. But they always give him curly hair. But when I watched the Disney films, none of these guys had curly hair. So what's up with that? Anyways, guys, that's just me going off on a little tangent. I'm curious as to where this is going to go with Arena, because, of course, Arena did not see any of this exchange. Arena may or may not be on the fence about this Suzuki guy for a while, and we might be going down that path. I don't know. I feel so unsure about every couple of chapters. I feel like I'm starting to feel a pacing of where this is going, a type of feeling for the arc and where we're headed. But I can't predict shit anymore, guys. I really can't. My reviewing has been very sporadic at best, to call it. But I really can't tell you what's going to happen next. I have no idea what's going to happen in the next chapter. This is very new to me. It feels like every couple chapters, it's like, no, you thought we were going in this direction? We're going this way. I mean, we all knew that Soma was going to lose this match, but the way he lost the match, and the dialogue, and the end of the chapter and stuff, these are unexpected things that I don't think people are calling it. It's nice to be surprised, and it's nice to not know what's going to happen or see the predictability, but it's so scattershotted all over the place, the direction of this arc, that I think it's still trying to feel itself out. I don't think we have a true goal and direction for this new arc as of yet. I feel like they've been playing with a lot of the different, Yuto and them have been playing with a lot of different ideas in the last 10, 20 chapters and seeing what sticks, rather than actually having a clear-cut vision for where they want to go with this. They're playing around, like they had the Hot Spring Case Files, the Dark Chef's Noir, here's, Soma's brother, he defeated Joshiro, all these things. We're just jumping all over the place to see what fans are liking, and then kind of going in what they... it looks to me almost like not a writer's block, but okay, Board of directors, I have about 5 new ways I want to take this story. 5 ways that I cannot mesh together and make it good. We need to pick a choice. We're at a roadblock. We're not at a roadblock. We're at an intersection. We have to go left, straight, or right. None of these streets are bad streets. They all lead to a good destination. But which way do we take? We're going to see different sites, visit different stores, eat at different restaurants. So which way do we go? And I believe I'm starting to feel that is what has been going on here. They're trying to figure out where should it go, and how are our fans responding to the way it is going. And they're still playing around with it even now, just to figure out what is really interesting the fans and where do they want to see the series. And out of their choices, once again, they're not building the story based on fans, but they're trying to see what's favorable, what do the fans enjoy, because they are probably stuck going, I love all 5 directions I want to take this story, and I can't decide. Let the fans decide in this sort of psychological, like this subconscious way throughout the chapters. Now, I might just be blowing hot smoke up, I don't know whose ass, somebody's ass, but that is what I believe, guys. That is what I'm seeing happening here. But anyways, guys, I've ranted on long enough. That's the end of the chapter, end of the review. What did you guys all think? What do you think of my theory there at the end? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Please like, subscribe, comment as always, guys. It's always very much appreciated. Once again, apologize for the 0 panels in this manga review. It's a little different format. Still getting used to it. I hate it. You hate it. We all hate it. But hey, I got my last one shut down over a weekend as a result. So after 5 years of hard work, I'm not going to take that chance again, guys. I'd like to build this up to newer, better heights than the last channel, and hopefully it keeps going. So that being said, guys, please like, subscribe, comment. As always, drink responsibly. This has been Griever. See you next time. Keep on cooking.